DJ first class, now what you went to? You need to relay, chase money like Usain. How I give you the boat chain and plane. Fame name, that's insane. Private. You need a in case the movies get insane. You need a ruby, the kind of jewelry that's from the rain. I'm just here to remind you, but never mommy, man. I'm here to remind you where you come from. All this peace retreat is lame done. You can never get rid of me, I live in you. Both of our offend you.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Dallas Cowboys and the New Orleans Saints. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Shut down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Come on, let's go. What, 90?
They'll set up to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A little juke, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The quarterback run, good for 10 that time, but it does lead to a 3rd down.
Here comes the boom. I see.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the others, you said, had a chance to get off the field.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, but they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And now running right through it. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Black 99 Philly, here we go.
He'll look to throw. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90. Ohio. Ohio. Hut.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It shoves him off at the 20. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
He'll look to throw, and that is incomplete.
So they look like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Hut.
They're going to look to throw, and this is going to be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll set up a throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 22. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Von Bell up to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Looking to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over, over, over. Over, over. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They give him a gain of 37.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to New Orleans after this. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
They get it to him running left. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. In for the score. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll start by running the option to the right. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left. It's caught inside the 25. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go. 1, 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. So they get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Ohio!
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. As his guys are in for 6, and the Cowboys are in for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And now look at this, big gain but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. And as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the encroachment penalty, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Flex round, flex round.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Flex round. Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio. Ohio, Ohio.
They go to Elliott again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves him with 3rd and still 9 to go.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Flex round, flex round. Ohio, Ohio.
They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And able to find Conley. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The give is to Elliott, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the night, and the Cowboys will extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation, but I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
Now back to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call the put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Let's take it inside his own 40. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he showcases the spin. A pretty good game before he's taken down. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They only got 2, and he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz now to kick this one away. And out now come the Cowboys. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio! Flex round! Flex round!
They go play action here on 1st down. Out to his left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. Nifty move. Space to run past the 20. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Gone! 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 Gone!
On play action, they'll throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll drop to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to throw again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Reuben Foster picks it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll start things on 1st down with Bo Scarborough. And shutting him off, now open field. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And oh, at the end of it, he's stripped. Ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Detroit!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Gun! Watch him now, Barney!
They'll look to throw here. Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Darren Lee in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Gun!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that's caught by Smith. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now a play fake here on 1st down. On the left side, Gallup's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. He'll look to throw. And Thomas has it. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They're going to look to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And I do believe this is going to wind up a safety. It is. It's a safety. How about that for a wacky play? Wow, what a disaster. You talk about a guy making a good play on the interception and then just trying to be too cute on the return.
It almost felt like his own gyroscope really got out of whack, didn't it? Going backwards into your own end zone after such a great play. Totally disoriented and gave up 2 points for his team.
This will be taken about the 12. And a great return. Solid field position. He's up all the way to the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a good first month, but they'll fall to 4-1 as they suffer their first loss. And perhaps fortunately for them, they'll get an early bye next week and come back to action in Week 7. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.